Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. Today, I'm going to lead us through a modified flow that will not use any down dogs, and will give good examples of different variations for not using down dogs, because sometimes down dog is just a lot of work if your arms are not extending over your head currently. Down dog, that's where your arms are. So building up strength in your arms. So this is a lot of arm work in this flow, but it can also be a little bit less. So depending on which variations you follow along with. I love the challenge of changing up flows, but also hopefully I don't accidentally send us up into a down dog. If I do, obviously, ignore it. Listen to your body, do what you want to do. I'm going to set a timer to see how long this will be. I am thinking 15-20 minutes, but it might be a lot longer than that. You'll probably laugh at me at the end of the video when it's actually the amount of time that it is. But we will start in a tall, comfortable seat, starting the timer now. For me, lifting my hips up onto a folded up blanket, just the back of my hips. So just scooching your booty up onto anything that feels supportive, and then coming to a tall, comfortable seat, pressing down into your hips as you reach up through the crown of your head. And following your breath. Always taking this moment here at the start of class to really focus in on following your breath through your body, drawing your attention in on your body, on your breath. And really using this space as a pause. Feeling your inhale through your nostrils. And feeling your exhale back out. If you would like, you're welcome to start using the Ujjayi Breath. So that's inhaling deeply through your nose, sealing your lips, constricting the back of your throat, and exhaling back out your nose to make a noise like a Darth Vader breath. A little bit louder than normal. Maybe you're all steamed about something. Feeling the breath as it circulates in the back of your throat. Okay, so let's take about 3 more breaths here. Being as loud as you want, or as loud as you are, because you're the only one listening. I can't hear you, so get loud in your breath. And gently begin to waken up your body. Move into it, maybe rolling your shoulders, maybe stretching your back. For me, this shoulder blade has been tight. So moving how you need to. Then as you're ready, gently making your way to a tabletop position. I highly, highly recommend something underneath your knees besides the mat, or maybe doubling up the mat so you could fold it over. Just for extra knee support, coming tabletop, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. It's nice that I have like the camera of what is happening so I could double check. But you could double check just by bringing your attention to your body, noticing. Reaching the crown of your head forward, tailbone back, inhale, and exhale. And we'll bring movement to this. Inhale, lower your belly down, chest shines forward for cow pose. Shoulder blades together on your back. Exhale, spreading through your shoulder blades, pressing the earth away, arching into your spine. For cat, inhale. For cow, belly button down, shoulder blades together, chest shines forward. Really pulling, like pressing into the earth with your hands and pulling them back towards your kneecaps to really bring engagement, attention into those muscles, like connecting the muscles into your mind so that you're feeling the movement. On your next exhale, push the earth away with your hands, arching into your back. Inhale for cow, and exhale for cat. Nice. Inhale for cow, and exhale for cat. A few more like this. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Adding in any organic movement now. So maybe we will be on our wrists a lot. So maybe coming out of cat-cow and shaking up your wrists, or maybe just flipping your hands over so that your palm lifts up, which also means shifting your weight back a little bit so that you're not putting the same pressure there. So just noticing, maybe pointing fingertip towards fingertip, shifting, moving, finding whatever movement feels best for you, feels supportive, and maybe leaning into some of your edges. Maybe there's a posture that you don't usually go to in this cat-cow organic movement. Maybe try leaning into that a little bit more, finding what works. Nice. About 2 more breaths. We'll take our time here, really wiggling, really noticing. Giving your body what it needs. Okay. As you're ready, making your way back to a tabletop. Wrists under shoulders. From here, step both of your feet back, coming into a high plank. We'll talk about this for a moment while we hold, pressing into your fingertips, spreading through your fingers, pressing the earth away so much so that your shoulder blades spread apart from each other. So you're not sinking down, but you're really pushing it away, almost to get a little arch up there. Trying to stay in a straight line from your heels to your hips to your shoulders. And that might be from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. Finding the variation that works for you. Knees can be down. You can also have your knees in a little bit closer for the variations that we're doing today. Again, knees padded. I already am so warm just thinking about this flow. Nice. So from your plank, step your feet back into where you would be for tabletop, keeping your knees hovering just a moment. For bear plank, drawing all of your belly muscles in towards your belly button. And then lower your knees down. Sit your hips back towards your heels, lifting up and rolling through your wrists. We'll formalize this just a little bit. So as you roll through your wrists, maybe you lift your hands up, maybe you lift your hands out. Rolling one direction, then the other direction. I don't know why I picked opposite directions for these. A lot of brain power. And then pointing, curling up your fists into little balls, and then opening them up as if you're holding a tray of nice hors d'oeuvres. Yeah, have some cheese. Great. I don't know. Opening them up, hands can be in. If your shoulders are already feeling it, mine are already feeling it. Maybe it's because I just did another yoga flow. Maybe it's because I just had coffee. Things are moving. So flexing, balling up your hand, opening up your hand. Balling up, opening up. And just rolling. One of my favorites is taking hand in hand and letting them roll with each other. Nice, a few more moments here. And then we'll head into a flow. Also having water is nice. So from here, coming back to a tabletop, hands underneath shoulders, pressing the earth away, finger pads pressing into the mat. So where your fingers meet your palm, right here, this little ridge. Oh, shadow, oh, there it is. Okay, from here, pressing into your hands, stepping both feet back, high plank, knees can stay on the earth. I'll demonstrate that one first. Inhale, extend your right leg back behind you. Exhale, draw your right knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, kick up and back. Exhale, draw your right knee towards your left elbow. Inhale, kick up and back. Exhale, draw your knee towards your nose and plant your foot between your hands. Inhale, both arms up and overhead. Anjaneyasana. Arms are reaching up, pressing through that front foot, pressing down through that back knee. Toes can be curled under or pressing top down. I still have my socks on. We're going to keep it for a little while. Arms are reaching up. From here, curl those left toes under and lift up off of that left knee. You can always keep that knee down. I do need to take my socks off now. Reaching up. I was cold like 5 minutes ago, I swear. High crescent lunge, straightening into that back leg, lifting up off of that back heel. And from here, step your left foot up to meet your right and sit your hips down and back into a chair pose. Nice. Breathing in chairs, hips are down and back, feet are about hips width distance apart. Arms can stay up and overhead or can come to heart center. Pushing into your feet and drawing them away from each other. Nice. Tucking your tailbone under. I know for me, I always push my tailbone out. So tucking it under so that you have that tabletop neutral spine here and you're just sitting in a chair. Nice. On an inhale, shift your weight into your right foot and lift your left knee up in front of you. Standing tall into a one-legged Tadasana, flexing through that lifted foot like you're stepping on something. Toes can always stay on the earth. Nice. As you're ready to release that foot down, inhale your arms up and exhale, fold forward. Planting both hands on the earth, stepping both feet back, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, draw your shoulders forward, up and back, shoulder blades together on your back. Chest shines forward for cobra. And exhale, curl your toes under and lift yourself up to a tabletop position or plank pose. You don't need to curl your toes under. That was me about to say go down dog. Okay, ready? Next side. Inhale. I'm going to do this one with knees lifted for a high plank. You can follow or use the knees down version. Inhale, lift left leg high up behind you. Exhale, draw left knee towards left elbow. Inhale, kick up and back. Exhale, draw left knee towards right elbow. Inhale, kick up and back. Exhale, draw left knee towards your nose, and then plant your left foot between your hands. Inhale, both arms up and overhead. Anjaneyasana. Thanks. Again, toes can stay, right toes can stay curled under or plant on the earth, reaching up through your arms. You can always keep your hands at your heart if that feels best, especially with all the arms that we're leaning on in this practice. Nice. From here, curl your right toes under if they're not already and lift up off of that right knee. You can always keep it down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, stay. Inhale in here. Exhale, shift your weight into your left foot and step your right foot up to meet your left, coming into a chair pose, sitting your hips down and back. Drawing your belly button in and chest forward just a little bit. I'm going to bring my hands to heart center. So you're not facing down at the mat, but trying to get your chest up just slightly. Maybe some people are sitting all the way back like they're in a wheelchair. Great. From here, shift your weight into your right foot and lift your left knee up. Is that the same one we did? Shift your weight into your left foot and lift your right knee up. Oh, I said it right. Okay. from here, flexing into that foot as if you're standing on something. Hands can be at heart center or up and overhead or out to the sides. Finding the variation for you. Nice. On an inhale, release, right foot to meet left, arms extend overhead, Ujjayi. And exhale, dive down, forward fold, bending into your knees, planting both hands, stepping both feet back. Inhale. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Inhale, draw your chest forward and up, coming into cobra. And exhale, push, curl your toes under and push yourself up, either through plank or table. Nice. Pausing here, walking your knees out a little bit wider than your hips. Big toes can come to touch, forearms come down to the earth for polar bear pose. A good modification, variation for resting, similar to child's pose. So if child's pose works for you, go for it. If it doesn't, polar bear pose is one of my favorites since I found out about it. Nice. 2 more breaths here. And then as you're ready, press yourself back up, walking your knees under your hips, hands, wrists under shoulders for tabletop. And we'll go through that again, now that we know where we're headed. Okay, so I'm going to do this one, knees up, plank. Inhale, lift, right foot away from the earth, extending your heel out behind you. Exhale, draw your right knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, kick up and back. Exhale, draw your right knee towards your left elbow. Inhale, kick up and back. Exhale, draw your right knee towards your nose and plant your foot between your hands, lowering your left knee down. Inhale, up and overhead. And exhale, maybe shifting your hips forward. Inhale in here. And exhale. Nice. Curl your left toes under and lift up off of that left knee. Inhale. And exhale, high crescent lunge. Inhale, reaching up through your fingers. And exhale, step left foot up to meet your right. Sitting your hips down and back for a chair pose. Pushing down into your feet. Inhaling here. And exhale, maybe sitting your hips a little bit lower. Inhale, standing tall, drawing your left knee up with you as you rise. One-legged Tadasana. Exhaling here. And inhale, release, left leg down, arms up and overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Planting both hands, stepping both feet back. High plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Inhale, draw your chest forward, up and back, cobra. And exhale, press yourself up through plank or table. To start on the other side. This time for this side, I'm going to do from a tabletop start so that y'all can see that as well. Inhale, kick your left leg up and back behind you, flexing through your heel. Exhale, draw left knee towards left elbow. Inhale, kick up and back. Exhale, draw left knee towards right elbow. Inhale, kick up and back. Exhale, draw left knee towards nose, planting your foot between your hands, lowering your right knee down if it's lifted. Inhale, arms up and overhead. And exhale, inhaling here. And exhale, maybe shifting forward just a little bit. Inhale, curl your right toes under and lift up off of that right knee. Crescent lunge. Inhaling here. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, shift your weight into your left foot and step right foot up to meet your left, sitting your hips down and back, chair pose. Hands can be at heart center or overhead or out. Inhaling here and exhaling. Inhale. And exhale, maybe sit your hips a little bit lower. Inhale, shifting your weight into your left foot, lift your right knee up as you come to stand. One-legged Tadasana. And exhale here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, plant your right foot, extending your arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Planting your hands, stepping both feet back, plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Inhale, draw your chest forward, up and back, cobra. Exhale, press yourself up through plank or table. Coming here to plank or table. Pausing, knees lifted or knees down. Spreading through your fingertips, pushing the earth away. Noticing the shape of your plank, if it looks different from at the beginning. What adjustments do you need to make to maintain safe form, safe shapes? So shoulders over wrists, spreading through your fingertips, spreading through your finger pads. Gaze can be towards the top of your mat, so not sinking down, but not looking up, up, up. And then as you're ready, lower your knees down a little bit wider than your hips and coming down to your forearms for a polar bear. For a few breaths, big toes can come to touch, towards touching. And as you're ready, press yourself up and around to come to sit on your seat. We'll do it this way. We'll do some variations of boat pose here. So starting sitting tall, knees bent, heels pressed into the earth. A nice boat. Hands can be here to pull your chest forward. So you can stay here, modified. Noticing if your back is towards straight, whatever straight for your back. Shoulder blades together to open up your collarbone. And that's really the shape here, opening your collarbone, keeping a long spine. Maybe you want more here. Maybe you're already in a lifted boat pose. Awesome. Love it. Follow your path. Leaning back just a little bit, keeping your hands on the backs of your thighs. Maybe you want to lift your hands up and away. So drawing your belly button in towards your spine. Really using your belly muscles on your exhale, like squeezing in to hold yourself here. Arms can be outside to side here with your feet on the earth, or lifting your feet up and away. Maybe keeping a bend of your knees, maybe straightening into your legs, either one at a time or both at a time, keeping your heels flexed up and away. Whew. And maybe another variation is extending your arms up and overhead so that your biceps come alongside your ears. Maybe that's where you're going today. I'm gonna stay right here. Really plugging your shoulders back to open your collarbone in this posture. Maybe there's movements that you want to take one leg lowering at a time. Maybe you're already doing it. I am talking a lot, giving a lot of variations for this. But I love boat pose, so it comes up in classes a lot. So if at any point we're in a class and boat pose happens, you're welcome to do it any of the variations that we've talked about. Maybe even ones that I don't know or don't do myself. Nice. As you're ready, sitting yourself back up, planting your feet, bringing your hands back behind you. And actually opening your legs out side to side, and then folding forward over your knees. Baddha Konasana. That just feels right after all that boat explaining. Soles of the feet come to touch. You can bring your heels close in towards your hips or have them out really far. And you can also bring blocks underneath your knees if you have tight hips, and this is a lot, to just let gravity happen. Yeah, all the options, all the time. From here, now bringing your hands back behind you, lifting your right ankle on top of your left thigh and pressing your chest towards your legs. So using your arms to push yourself up, flexing into that right foot. This is also figure 4 that can be done on your back. Is also a variation for pigeon. So if those ones sound better to you, go ahead and take them. Today we're not going to go down on our back because we're variationing on down dog. Switch sides, releasing your right foot down, lifting your left foot up, crossing your left ankle over your right thigh. Since we're already variationing on down dog, figured let's just do variations for everything. Start middle end. And stretching here. Pressing your chest up towards your legs. Nice. And then releasing as you're ready, bringing both feet a little bit wider than hips width distance. Hands can stay back behind you or coming down onto your forearms. And just windshield wiper your knees from side to side, letting your hips fall with them. So lifting up, going as far as feels safe, as far as feels like a good stretch. Maybe changing it up if you feel like going fast here. See if you could slow it down. And if you feel like going slow, maybe speed it up just a little bit. About a breath or so. Like right now, it's like, oh, there's kind of rain, but it's not that bad. And then like monsoon. Sound effects are really important for yoga, I feel. All right, as you're ready, drawing yourself back up to a seat and finding a comfortable seat for you. I probably shouldn't have made windshield wiper noises right before heading to our closing. Well, what you gonna do? For me, stacking a blanket under my hips always feels supportive. I highly recommend giving it a try if you haven't already. And then coming to a tall, comfortable seat, just like at the start. Rolling your shoulders forward, up and back, and then rolling them back up and forward. As we land here in our final resting pose, maybe you do want to come down into Savasana, that's welcome. Otherwise, sitting tall, pressing your hips down, finding that neutral spine. Closing down your eyes or softening your gaze. If you need some more grounding today, planting your hands palm down on your thighs. And if you're still craving some opening, palms facing up, welcoming the world in. Following your breath here. And noticing how it's changed from the start of practice. As you're ready, bring your hands to heart center. Palm pressing into palm, thumbs pressing into sternum. And take about 3 more breaths consciously, focusing in on them. Feeling where the air is brought in your body. And as you're ready, draw your thumbs to your third eye center. Then bow forward, bowing in gratitude to your breath, in gratitude to your body, and in gratitude to your practice that your breath and your body led you through today. I bow in gratitude to you for joining me on the mat, playing the yoga game. Hopefully this was not too much hard work on the arms, but hopefully it also showed a bunch of options for what to do differently for downward facing dog. The end.